heaven and hell exist. How do I know? Because I've lived in both states. You may be thinking of the Christian and the Catholic versions. After this lifetime, you'll be judged by your actions, and you'll either go to this fiery pit of pain and despair, or you'll go to this lovely, everything is happy location. Well, I think that's wrong. Completely wrong. I think once we die, we actually all go to the exact same place, just different locations and different versions of it. However, heaven and hell exists on earth. It's a mindset. Our internal world is projected onto the external world. Internally, hell is not fire and burning, but it is pain and despair. It's also gossip, resentment, anger, greed, selfishness, but to an extreme extent, narcissism, self-hatred, self-pity, and misery. It's not warm, it's not full of fire, it's full of ice. When you are in pain, your heart physically hurts. Emotionally and physically. Every single time you get hurt, think of it as a slice to your heart and it starts to bleed. But if you refuse to feel that pain, it starts to turn to ice slowly instead of allowing yourself to feel that pain and allowing it to just bleed. It's getting more and more cold, and it's separating you from your love, from yourself, and from your soul. Your soul is connected through your heart because when it beats, your heart and your soul are one and connected. Once you die, your heart stops beating and your soul leaves your body. Your soul is your love, your passion, your interests, it's your wisdom, but it's also where you feel your pain in your heart and in your chest and honestly in your entire body. But every single time you refuse to feel the pain and you get hurt even more, it just builds until your entire heart is surrounded by ice and you don't allow yourself to feel any of your emotions. You could be in a state of anger and misery, or you can feel numb, like you can't feel anything at all. Fire is connected to passion and sensuality, and in Christianity and Catholic religions, there's so much shame when it comes to sensuality. I'm not trying to put my beliefs onto yours. I'm not categorizing all Christians, all Catholic, but a lot of it is a fear response. It's a way to control you to make sure that you stay aligned with what they want. Do this, and if you don't do it, you're going to hell. Tarot, spirituality, just mysticism in general is considered the devil. Healing is the devil. Looking within is the devil. The number 666 is about intuition, peace, harmony, and looking within. Except a lot of the Christian religion considers the number 666 as the devil's number. It's trying to disconnect you from yourself and to look externally for answers. But no one knows you better than yourself. No one can guide you better than yourself, which is your soul. Now, going back to the topic of how heaven and hell exist, I feel we bounce back and forth between the two states. So I covered hell. Heaven is love, love specifically for yourself, and then that is translated into love for everyone else. Acceptance for yourself, and then for everyone else, peace. Truly, there is no greater heavenly feeling than peace and safety. Being able to just be in alignment and harmony with yourself and with the universe. As for God, everyone argues about what it's called and the logistics of it, but no one's arguing if it exists or not. We can all agree that there are forces out of our control. For a while, I was raised in a Christian community, and it was forced onto me, and I rebelled and I said, nope, God doesn't exist. But once I turned 18 and I got some distance from my Christian family members, I was able to come into my own beliefs. I could agree that Mother Gaia exists. Mother Nature. And that's where I got into energies. Everything has an energy, whether it's a living being or it's a non-living object, whether it's a rock or it's air, it's germs or it's a stick, it has an energy. We can transmute our mentality by switching the energy. Emotions broken down as energy in motion. When you hold on to your emotions and you refuse to let it go or to even feel it, it gets stuck and it's basically pushed into a bottle until it explodes. And if you have a mental breakdown because you drop a pen, most likely it's because you hit your breaking point and you couldn't hold all of that emotion back. It's not meant to be held in. We are beings that feel, and we are supposed to feel our way through life, not think our way through life. Feeling is a gift. When you are in a lack mentality, that is hell. You feel like you can never get enough. When you are in a grateful mindset and you have an abundant awareness of you have everything you need, you don't need anything else because you have everything that you need. I understand it's a lot easier when your bills are paid, you have food stocked, you have all the clothes you need, you have a home, you have a shelter. It's a lot easier to have that mindset, but even people that do have all of their needs met, they are still in this victim mentality that life is happening to them and not for them. You chose to come to this life. You chose your body, your family, and your life. You chose the main things that were going to happen, and then once you came back into this life, you forgot all of it and it's just flowing and going, but you chose to be here. You have a lot more control of your life than you truly may realize. You are in control of how you spend your money, what you wear, what you say, the energy you project into this world, and you have control of your thoughts. There are some intrusive and random thoughts that just come out, but you don't have to verbalize it. We create our reality. We manifest everything based on the energy that we are. It's putting that frequency out. Imagine it as a radio and you're on one station. That's what you're gonna get. You're not gonna be on FM radio getting AM signals because you're not on that frequency. Everything is energy. Everything is a frequency. You have to align yourself with the energy that you want to manifest. You are manifesting everything based on your words because your words are creating your reality. Words are spells. They can either be used as swords or they can be used as healing tools. If you, honestly, I don't even want to say an example of something negative, but the way that you speak about yourself is not only telling other people how they can treat you and showing them how they can treat you, it's showing the universe what you expect and what you believe about yourself, your world, and the stories that you're telling yourself. Who you surround yourself with is who you're going to be manifesting. When you pretend to be someone that you're not, you're gonna be manifesting those people who actually are like that. Don't be so afraid of judgment, of rejection, because we are constantly projecting our own beliefs and our values and our morals on other people because we're all mirrors of each other. Our subconscious does not have the capacity to see someone that is outside of ourselves and to recognize them as a person that is not ourselves. When we judge someone, that is what we're thinking about ourselves, and what we think other people are thinking about us is actually just a reflection of how we think about ourselves. If you constantly resort to negative, that is what you're gonna get. When you resort to positive, I know it's a lot easier said than done, but it's possible. It takes effort, but it's so much better than being in this woe is me, everything is happening with no control at all, because honestly, who actually wants to live in that energy? And there's so much misery and darkness in this world, but there's also so much light in this world as well. What are you gonna focus on? Because misery loves company, but so does love. If someone is trying to dampen and darken your energy, disconnect yourself from them. Put up a visual energetic barrier around your energy field that only love is allowed to come in. Verbalize it. I do not accept this energy. I release it, I send it back to the sender with love and compassion, and I call back all of my energy with love and compassion. I only accept the highest frequency of love. Use your words intentionally. When you want something, you need to match that energy and make sure that you are aligning yourself with that frequency. My favorite of all time affirmations that I like to say are, I get paid to exist and my existence pays for itself. I've also said my loans are paid off in full, and guess what? They were paid off in full. It was a miracle. It still is a miracle, and I am so grateful that the universe has my back. I have gotten money randomly on the ground. I've gotten money from jobs that I have left weeks and months prior, and it was just a random $10, $5, $20 that I'm very grateful for. I've gotten money from random surveys, and I just get free stuff all the time. I get free food. I've gotten so much luck and love, and my needs are being met, and I trust the universe that my needs are being met. And that's helping me stay in a heaven mindset. And like I said, we bounce back and forth. It's so easy to get caught up in a downward spiral of negativity, but you need to be aware to stop yourself and to switch it, because we are living on autopilot so much in our lives. But waking up, being conscious and aware of how we're living, what we're doing, and what we're saying is truly going to make the biggest impact. And it's going to help you get out of a victim hell mind state and switch into a heavenly loving mindset. Now, when it comes to healing, this is not an automatic change. It's going to take some time. Through repetition is how we build better, healthier habits. But it's possible. It will happen if you believe. Not only do you have to verbalize it, but you have to believe and expect that that is going to happen. Otherwise, if you don't, it's not going to happen. And you need to do it frequently. You can say the affirmations of whatever you want frequently. You need to believe it. You need to visualize it. You need to feel it and be grateful for it as if it's already happening, and live your life accordingly. That's going to end this video. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you next time. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this resonated, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day.